Through the power of AI, we've revived 10 icons who once ruled the American frontier. From Billy the Kid to Jesse James and Buffalo Bill Cody. Who should rise next from the past? Let us know in the comments. Now, sit back, relax, and step into the Old West like never before. Wild Bill Hickok, from 1837 to 1876. Wild Bill Hickok was the ultimate frontier gunslinger. A lawman, gambler, and legend rolled into one. Known for his lightning-fast draw and icy composure, he brought order to wild towns like Abilene. His fame grew through dime novels, turning him into the West's first celebrity gunfighter. But his story ended as dramatically as he lived. Shot in the back during a poker game in Deadwood, holding what would forever be called the dead man's hand, aces and eights. Buffalo Bill Cody, from 1846 to 1917. Buffalo Bill Cody was more than a frontiersman. He was America's first global showman. A skilled scout and buffalo hunter, he turned his adventures into Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, bringing the frontier to audiences around the world. Through theater, spectacle, and storytelling, he shaped how the world saw the American West, a place of courage, danger, and dreams. Buffalo Bill became the living embodiment of the Wild West myth he helped create. Billy the Kid, from 1859 to 1881. Billy the Kid was a charming outlaw and a deadly gunfighter. Born Henry McCarty, he became a legend before he turned 21. In the chaos of the Lincoln County War, he outsmarted lawmen and escaped jail twice, earning a reputation as both hero and villain. Some said he killed 21 men, one for every year of his short life. In the end, Sheriff Pat Garrett caught up with him, ending his story with a single gunshot. But the legend lived on. Jesse James, from 1847 to 1882. Jesse James was the most famous outlaw of the American frontier, part rebel, part Robin Hood. A former Confederate guerrilla, he turned to robbing banks and trains alongside his brother Frank. To some, he was a folk hero striking back at corrupt institutions. To others, a cold-blooded killer. His life of violence ended in betrayal. Shot in the back by Robert Ford, a man he thought was his friend. Even in death, Jesse James became a symbol of the outlaw spirit. Butch Cassidy, from 1866 to 1908. Butch Cassidy, born Robert Leroy Parker, was a gentleman bandit, clever, charming, and bold. As leader of the Wild Bunch, he robbed banks and trains across the frontier with surgical precision, often without bloodshed. With his partner, the Sundance Kid, he fled to South America to escape the law. Their final fate remains a mystery. Some say they died in a Bolivian shootout, others that they lived under new names. Either way, Butch Cassidy rode straight into legend. Doc Holliday, from 1851 to 1887. Doc Holliday was a gambler, gunslinger, and loyal friend to Wyatt Earp, a trained dentist turned deadly marksman. He lived with tuberculosis and fought death every day, which made him fearless. His name became immortal at the gunfight at the OK Corral, where he stood his ground despite the odds. A mix of wit, courage, and tragedy, Doc Holliday was the kind of man who didn't just live in the Wild West, he defined it. Wyatt Earp, from 1848 to 1929. Wyatt Earp was the lawman who brought order to chaos. Known for his role in the gunfight at the OK Corral, he stood firm against the outlaw Clanton gang with his brothers and Doc Holliday. Revered by some, feared by others, Earp embodied the fine line between justice and vengeance. After his days of gunfights and dusty streets, he lived quietly in California, outlasting nearly every other legend of the Old West. Calamity Jane, from 1852 to 1903. She was one of the toughest women on the frontier. Scout, sharpshooter, and storyteller, She lived as wildly as any man in the West. She rode with soldiers, cared for the sick, and became famous for her bravery and unpredictable spirit. Her friendship with Wild Bill Hickok turned into part of Western folklore. When she died, she was buried next to him, the perfect ending for one of the West's most fearless souls. Annie Oakley, from 1860 to 1926. Born Phoebe Ann Moses, was the greatest sharpshooter of her time. She rose from poverty to worldwide fame in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, astonishing crowds by splitting playing cards in midair and shooting coins from a distance. More than just a performer, she broke barriers for women in a man's world, proving that skill and precision know no gender. Annie Oakley wasn't just a star. She was a symbol of grace under fire. Sam Bass, from 1851 to 1878. Sam Bass was a charming outlaw whose boldness made him a legend in Texas. Once a cowboy and stage driver, he turned to robbing trains, pulling off one of the biggest heists of the era, $60,000 in gold from the Union Pacific. But fame brought pursuit. The Texas Rangers tracked him down, and at 27, Bass was fatally wounded in a shootout. His short, daring life made him a folk hero, the smiling bandit who ran out of luck too soon. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it with your friends and subscribe so you won't miss the next one.